Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Heroes of the Storm. Now in this one we're going to be reviewing the hero Chen right here. And I'm going to show you the different skins you can use. And again, this is World of Warcraft, obviously, the pandas. And, the mounts as well. They're all the same as always, and you can use them on any one of your characters. And you can change the different colors to offset if you don't really like it. But we're going to be going through basically his talents and abilities. Now, he is a melee warrior. His difficulty is hard, which means if you're not familiar with the game, this is not a character you really want to, try to get right off the bat. Of course, you could always pay 10,000 gold, or you could just buy him for $10. I think they need to work out that payment right there. 10,000 gold and $10 basically does not seem equal to me, but a flying kick, kick through target enemy. Keg smash, drench enemies in a nearby area with brew, slowing them. Breath of fire, breathe fire in target direction, dealing damage and igniting brew-soaked enemies. Fortifying brew, instead of mana, power your abilities by drinking brew, gain a shield while drinking. And then of course heroic abilities are something you get to pick one of the two at level 10. Wardering keg, jump in the barrel and knock enemies around, dealing damage. Storm, earth, and fire, split into the 3 spirits and gain new abilities. That one's actually sounds pretty interesting. Usually the top one is the one you get first, and as you play the character, you will unlock the ability to, use the second one down here on the bottom. So unfortunately, it sounds like you will be stuck with this one at the top for a while. Let's go through your talents. Level 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, and 20. Deadly Strike. Increase the damage of flying kick by 50%. Full keg. Increase the duration enemies are slowed by keg. Smash by 1.5%. Or 1.5 seconds, I should say. Consuming Flame. Breath of Fire's burn effect when used on brew-soaked targets is increased by 2 seconds. A Regeneration Master. Every 3 regeneration globes gathered grants an additional 4 health per second permanently. Now, I always like these ones that give it to you permanently, especially at level 1, simply because by the time you get midway, your character should be pretty uber because it's slowly added more and more and more to his ability. Level 4, Bottomless Mug. Increase maximum brew by 50. Chug. Gain brew twice as fast while using fortified brew. Amplified Healing. Increase regeneration effects and all healing received by 30%. Now this is kind of nice if you know you have a healer nearby in your group and you know he's going to stay with you. Otherwise it's kind of a wasted talent to put points into if you're not going to get healing from anybody. Deep Breath. Range and arc of breath fire is increased by 25%. Now that's pretty nice that the range and arc of breath is increased. Any spell or any talent that increases your range on any of your abilities is always a great thing to have. You should definitely consider getting that. Swift Reflexes. Every 4 seconds, Chen can dodge an enemy's hero's basic attack, preventing all of its damage. Pressure Point. Flying Kick roots enemies for 1 second. 1 second is pretty worthless in my opinion. If it was more like 8 or 9 seconds, that would be kind of interesting. But 1 second is just too short of a time. Ring of Fire. After using Breath of Fire, ignite in a Fury aura, dealing 10 damage every second to nearby enemies for 5 seconds. Boulder Flavor. Increase shield regeneration rate and maximum amount from fortifying brew by 33%. Brewmaster Balance is a trait. While at or below 50 brew, regeneration additional 5 health per second. While at or above 50 brew, gain 15% movement speed. So that's kind of nice. Anything that regenerates health is always a cool thing to get. Wandering Keg. Now these are your hero abilities I was telling you before. The cooldown is 90 seconds. Jump inside the barrel, gain a 520 point shield, and roll towards the cursor, dealing 30 damage to enemies in the way and knocking them back, kind of like a bowling pin. Lasts for 5 seconds or until the shield is broken. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Cooldown is 100 seconds, split into 3 elemental spirits for 15 seconds, each with 50% of your maximum health, and enable 2 new leaping attacks for use. That's cool that you split into 3 elementals and each has 50% of your maximum health. That gives you 150% total. Storm attacks at range for 30 damage. Earth attacks slowly for 20 damage and slows enemies for 25%. Fire attacks quickly for 18 damage. Level 13, Brew Strike. Hitting a brew-soaked target with Flying Kick reduces the cooldown by 1 second and restores 10 brew. A Touch of Honey. Increase the slow from Keg Smash to 40%. Enough to share. This is a trait. Fortifying Brew also shields nearby ally heroes for 10 per second. That's kind of nice that you can shield your allies. Last Drop, again, is a trait. If you drink for the full duration, your abilities cost no brew for 5 seconds. Relentless. Reduce the duration of silence, stun, slows, roots, and polymorphs against your hero by 50%. Again, these are really not worth anything right now, but by the time you get this character, people will be using these things quite a bit, and I imagine this will be kind of a nice little, talent to look into. Combination attack. The next basic attack after using Flying Tick deals 200 bonus damage. Keg Toss. Increase Keg Smash range by 200%. That's kind of nice. Combustion. Breath of Fire deals its bonus damage to brew-soaked enemies immediately instead of over the time. Combat Stance. Shields from Fortifying Brew last for an additional 2 seconds after drinking stops. Resurgence of Storm. Upon dying, revive back at your altar after 5 seconds. This can occur once every 120 seconds. These are always nice, especially when games get very hectic and people start dying left and right if your group is not really working together. Instead of waiting a whole minute or 2 minutes or whatever to respawn, these can be very cool to be able to get back into the game very quickly. Bolt of the Storm. Activate to teleport to a nearby location. Never really liked these teleport ones too much. They seem kind of a waste of a talent when you can get something even better. Untapped Potential. Increase duration by 2 seconds. Additionally, gain an extra 5% movement speed whenever an enemy is hit, up to 100%. Elemental Conduit. Using an ability will cause one of your elemental spirits to fight with you for 5 seconds. 9 seconds cooldown. That's pretty cool. Just the fact that you get an extra little elemental. Again, this has been a little review of Chen, the Melee Warrior. His level is difficulty on playing. And if you like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, or as always, hit me up in game. Thanks again for watching, guys.